Drew Beam is genuinely one of the most underrated prospects, not only in the Royals pipeline, but in all of baseball, in my opinion. Let's dive into what he has to offer and why he's been flying under the radar. For starters, this is a Tennessee arm. Yeah, that's the same school that housed talents like Ben Joyce and Chase Burns in recent seasons. This is somebody in Drew Beam who spent 3 years as an SEC rotation arm for the Volunteers, experiencing high leverage SEC games and College World Series contests. The guy became familiar with the big stage very early on. Beam caught the attention of the Royals in the 2024 MLB draft, where they selected him in the third round at 76th overall. In 2025, his first full professional season, the guy gobbled up 131 and 2/3 innings pitched, going 7-10 with a 3.83 earned run average across 26 starts. Getting to know his pitch mix a little bit, Beam goes fastball, curveball, cutter, and then changeup. His fastball lives in the 93 to 95 range with decent arm side run. The changeup fades effectively in the mid-80s, and the curveball lives in the high 70s or low 80s range with plenty of depth. The cutter is still a work in progress, but that's already a 4-pitch arsenal for someone who is yet to hit Double-A. For his strengths, Beam is cerebral and can throw strikes. It's as simple as that. This is somebody who chips away at the corners of the zone and is very intentional with his location. Beam operated with a strikeout to walk ratio of almost 4 last season. We mentioned the 4-pitch mix, and Beam's approach of using one pitch to set up another and ultimately establish leverage over a hitter, it's just miles ahead of some other hurlers at his respective level in High A last year. Another strength, going back to what I mentioned with him being an SEC arm, is that Drew Beam's learning curve simply couldn't be that steep at the lower levels of the minors. I know the top-level high schoolers go very early in every draft and feel teams they can have a leg up on the competition if they mold these raw talents early, but with somebody like Drew Beam, it's simple. SEC baseball is much more rigorous than any level of high school ball. Thus why the 23-year-old was able to slot in and contribute as a cornerstone of the Quad Cities River Bandits rotation pretty much immediately. The last strength I will mention here is that because Beam isn't some crazy high-velocity thrower, I'm not as concerned about the elbow issues that we see flare up with our friends who throw 100 or well over it. For weaknesses, it's picking, but Beam doesn't have crazy swing and miss stuff. His approach is that of more of an old-school pitcher. Force weak contact, get your opposing hitter off balance, all that good stuff. He had 110 strikeouts in over 131 innings pitched, so a K per 9 well below that 9 mark. Instead, it's about using deception, mixing up those pitches, and taking that cerebral approach that we've discussed at large before. When will we see Mr. Beam? Let's play this out. This is a 23-year-old with 3 years of high-level college experience who doesn't give up walks and was well above 130 frames in high A ball. I'd say if all goes to plan, we see Beam get his feet wet in Double-A and maybe even Triple-A this upcoming season. By middle of next season, 2027, don't be shocked if he joins the rotation as someone with one of the highest floors of his respective draft class. No, he may not be an ace, but he's extremely reliable. He throws strikes, and he holds hitters down for a long period of time. Let us know how you believe Drew Beam will perform in 2026 and beyond. If you enjoy breakdowns like this, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and we will catch you in the next video.